Like, nobody understands what you go through mentally in nursing school. Like, y'all, this stuff it's draining. So after I filled out, like I said, I cried. And y'all, it took me the longest to get over it. I was depressed. I was embarrassed. I was discouraged. I was everything in the book. I'm so tired of nursing school. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button and also the post bell or notifications so you will always be notified when I upload. So as you can tell by the title, this video is about nursing school. And it's been like it's been like a year or two now since I have posted the last video about me attending nursing school. And y'all, I have been dreading this moment for like 2 years now, and I think now it's just time for me to open up and release everything. Like, it's time. Let me lock my door because I'm out here, I don't know nobody. Let me get my taser too. Okay, so I don't have anything written down. I'm just gonna tell y'all my story, and we can talk about like other things later on, extra videos or whatever. So like I had mentioned before, I had posted a YouTube video about me, my first day of class in nursing school like 2 years ago. And y'all, so much has happened since then. I would like to start off by saying I am like discouraged. Nursing has really just been whooping me, like beating me up mentally, and I'm just tired. So let me just start from the beginning. So when I was a little girl, I had different things in mind, but I used to go to work with my grandma, and she's a nurse. She's been a nurse for 20 plus years, and I used to go to work with her, but at the time, I don't think that I knew, like, hey, I'm just, my grandma's a nurse, she's a doctor, whatever, this and that and the third. And I probably did. But, I remember going to work with her and talking to, like, the patients that she had, going to different places, and, just enjoying myself, having fun. And, when you're little, you be like, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, you want to do different things. And me, I wanted to be like a teacher, I wanted to be famous, I wanted to be a singer, just different things. And as you get older, those things change. Like when you see new people, when you go to new places, new schools, just anywhere, it helps like develop, and you get to see the things that's out there in life, and things change. So with that being said, I wanted to be a nurse, and I just feel like I have a passion for it. I'm a people's person. Like, I can make anybody smile. It's things like that. Like, I can communicate with whoever. And so, it really got to the point to where I cared about it. I felt it. I really felt it. And that's basically where I am now. And I feel like one part of me, it's like, if you don't know what you want to be by now, then okay, something wrong. But again, it takes time. But I had my mind, my heart, everything set on nursing. So that's what I wanted to pursue. So I started off at a university after I finished high school. So I went to my university, and my thing was nursing. And okay, so going from there, I didn't have in mind, I'm thinking I'm going to get straight into a nursing program. Just not having, like, I guess that role model or the knowledge of the things that you need to do before you get into nursing school. So when I went to the university, I'm thinking I'm going to go straight into nursing school. But I had to take my prereqs. So I did that. I took my prereqs for 2 years. And it's just while I was there, I was going through so much, like, mentally, with people, things that don't even matter now. But it's just at the time I was trying to find myself. I'm a freshman in college. And I was basically surrounded by people, people who had already basically been to college. They had their college experience. Basically I was around mostly transfers or, people who already been at the university. So it's just kind of hard for me to deal with these different personalities that was coming my way and not understand who I am or what I want to be. So that right there alone was just mentally draining. Like, I didn't even want to be in this world anymore. It's just so mentally draining. And I just wanted to come home. I wanted to do like the LPN program because I'm like, okay, RN program is not for me. BSN, it's not for me right now. Like, it's not for me. So long story short, I ended up getting all my prereqs out the way. I was there for 2 years, and then I had got accepted into the RN program in my hometown. And the thing about that, y'all, I had got accepted on my birthday. March 20th, coming soon. Anyways, I had got accepted on my birthday, March 20th, in 2019. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is for me. This is my time. My dream is about to come true. Like, I'm about to become a nurse. I'm about to get married, start a family, and just live my life and be happy. Like, I had everything planned out from every age that these different success goals were going to happen in my life. And it didn't happen like that at all. Like, God was like,
not today. Not today.
But anyway, so I got accepted, and I wanted to find out as much as possible. Like, I was asking people who are nursing students, people who was in nursing school, nurses, my grandma. I was asking anybody that I could talk to how is nursing school, and people really did like give the same answer. Like, it's hard, you're gonna have to learn how to do this, you're gonna have to learn how to study, things like that. And this one particular girl was like,
it's easy, girl, it's a piece of cake.
She's like super smart. So I was like, good, whatever, get out my face. But so I was just trying to prepare myself for nursing school. I was trying to find videos on YouTube and wherever. So here it comes, the first day of class, in which I did upload a video, and I inserted up above or down below, wherever, it'll be somewhere around this video. And I was basically talking about my first week of school and studying. But during that time, y'all, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what nursing school was really about, and honestly, I didn't even know what nursing was really about. And I knew nothing, which, that's expected of you to go into nursing programs. But going into an RN program, I didn't know anything. What the hell is a systolic and diastolic? I was like, what the hell? What is that? What's the normal breathing rate? I didn't know any of those things. Hell, I barely could say stethoscope. Like, I was so getting tongue twisted. That's a different story. But after learning all those things, which I kind of learned, I get to that. I'm skipping ahead. Anyways, I didn't know those things, and getting ready for the first test, the first lecture, whatever. First lecture come, writing notes, and I didn't have a book, because that's another story. I didn't have the money to go to nursing school. The financial aid was horrible at that school that I was at. Horrible that year. Anyways, I didn't even have money to afford the book, so I had to get like the book online or something like that, and it's not the same. But anyways, first lecture come around, and they have it to where we can't record or anything. Like, basically, you're gonna have to write keywords down in order to get the lecture. So I had to did the, highlighted everything. I went home, studied, doing studying, made video me studying, trying to study in groups and this and that. The first test gets here, y'all. I knew nothing. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I studied. This ain't what I studied. This is not, which, people are going to relate to this video. This is not, whatever you study in nursing school, 90% of it's not on there, okay? It's not on there. But anyways, I made a freaking D on my first test. And me looking at it, like, the nursing skills are different now. I honestly think it was an F. But anyways, I had made, let's just say a D. Make myself sound good. I made a D on the first test. And y'all, that was not my last D. That was not my second D. That was not my third D. I made literally like D's on all my tests. I just say I made a C, like on the test. Let's just say I made a C. But I literally made D's on all my tests, and I just feel like no one is helping me. Like, I'm not getting the resources that I need from the teachers or whoever. Like, no one was getting my pain. Like, and they say that they are here to help you and this and that, but in my opinion, they do weed you out so the stress can get off them. That's my opinion. And I had people in there that would watch me fail. Like, they had resources, they knew how to study, they've been in the program before, and they basically watched me fail and watched me struggle. And I had learned that later on in the process. But it's like another thing that people don't tell you while you're in nursing school is that people are nosy as hell. And people are nosy, okay? Like, they want to know what you made on every single grade, everything. And with me, not knowing anything in school, just feeling low as a person, and me making these D's on every test, and people asking me what I made, like, y'all, that's embarrassing. Like, stop asking me. Don't worry about what I made, worry about you, just things like that. But me not knowing what I know now, I would tell them what I made, and hell, the whole class knew what I made, and I'm over here telling one or two people, and the whole class know. So it's just things like that. Like, it's very embarrassing. People don't really be there to help you. Like, it be people like us that would be like, it ain't nothing but, just a little bit of us. We gonna have to stick together. We gonna have to work together. Y'all don't believe that bullshit. Do not believe it. Focus on you. Get yourself together. Like, don't let nobody manipulate you into thinking it's a team thing. It's not, y'all. It's a competition. That's what it is. Because at the end of the day, when you leave, I had people like us, like me, watching me struggle, and then talked about me too. So it's things like that, which I'm sure everybody's not going to experience the same thing, but it's stuff like that that's out there. But long story short, y'all, it came down, I think we had like 10 tests, and I failed most of them. And it got to the point to where I had to make a 90s on the rest of my tests, and I think we had like 3-4 more left, and I had to make 90s. And I'm like, I ain't even making 80s. What make you think I'm gonna make a 90 on my test? So they end up like pulling me in a room and telling me, like, trying to basically give me like helping tips. And the lady just wasn't there. She wasn't there. And it was another guy in there with me. We was just talking about the different strategies, taking tests and things like that. And I told the lady, like, if I fail one more test, I'm done. And I was like, I'll try again later. But if I fail one more, because this stuff is mentally draining, if I fail one more, then I'll be done. And I'll try again another time. Y'all, the next day, I get to class. The whole class telling me what I told this lady. And I'm like, how do y'all know? Like, I had a girl to text me like, hey, did you say this? And she said the exact words that I said. I'm like, what is going on? So I already knew who told what. But the people are like that in nursing school. And they like that everywhere, but it's definitely nursing school. But anyways, it's just things like that I had to deal with. People watching you fail. It's crazy. But that last day that I ended up dropping out instead of failing out. It's best to drop out instead of falling out, because if you fail out, that kind of ruins your chances of getting back into the program. So I ended up dropping out because they said that was the smartest thing to do. So I did, but it's just like I knew I had went on ahead and accepted the fact that this is not my time right now. And I went on here, I had to sign the papers. Y'all was so hurt. And I never cried about anything in that nature. If I haven't made like a cheer team, if I haven't made the newspaper, just something like that, or get into a program, I don't cry. I never did it. And for me to cry because I had to drop out, I knew that this was something that I really wanted. And the fun fact is, I'm in the same very spot, location, that I came straight to when I had dropped out, and yeah, I cried, and I'm like, what is going on? What just happened? It was embarrassing. Everybody knew I was in the program because my big mouth told, and I even uploaded a video on YouTube about it. I told people on Snapchat, just different things, so everyone knew. And then when that time came, hey, you still in the program? How's the program going? And I'm like, I filled out. I filled out. Just stuff like that. And, I had to basically explain myself over and over and over and over again. And it just made everything like so long and depressing. Like I failed out, okay? I failed out. It was so horrible. Okay, so after I failed out, like I said, I cried. And y'all, it took me the longest to get over it. I was depressed. I was embarrassed. I was discouraged. I was everything in the book. Everything. And honestly, I did not get over it until the next year when I had got accepted into the LPN program in my hometown. That's when I started to get over it. I still had a fear. I was excited and I was scared. All of that in one. But that's when I got over it. So, moving on to the year of 2020 LPN. Got accepted, y'all. First day was great. First test was horrible. I ended up making a D again. And that was like a deja vu moment because I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not it. This is not happening to me again. I don't want to go through this anymore. And it was like a deja vu moment. Like, why is this happening to me? So, long story short, this was by the way, this was the FON, the Fundamentals of Nursing class. And I had skipped the part 2. When I was in the RN program, that's the only class that we was taking. But LPN, we was taking FON and BSF, which is like body structure, A&P, whatever y'all call it in y'all school. But so the FON class we take both of them at the same time, but FON you get done with it. Bless me. FON you get it done quicker than BSF. So with that being said, yeah, I failed the first test. Like I failed a good bit of tests, honestly. And I ended up not knowing how to study. Like I kept trying these different strategies and nothing worked. Nothing worked. And I didn't understand what was going on, and I got discouraged, and just things like that. I kept praying. I was listening to gospel songs, and I was doing Bible challenges. I was doing everything right, and things started working out for me. So I went. We had to have an 80 in a class to pass, and at the time I had like a 80, a 78. 79. It was right there at the borderline, and I kept failing tests, and then it just got to the point where I was passing them. Like, I made an 89. You sure this the right paper? This can't be mine. Like, this ain't mine. And yeah, so I kept making like 89s back to back to back. And I got nervous because I was feeling like, simple things. And the last 3 tests was like pharmacology tests, and people's like, those gonna be the hardest ones. And I'm like, dang, if they the hardest ones, I just know I ain't gonna pass, but I end up making 89s and 90s and things like that. I was like, oh my goodness. But long story short, I ended up finishing FON. I went from a 79 to a 86.
Oh my God!
I was so happy. I knew it was for me. I got that reassurance again, like, I'm about to be a nurse. This is my time. So, BSF, I was so focused on trying to pass foundations that I lacked in BSF. And I had like an 83 before finals. I had an 83. So, I had to make at least a 75 on my final. And it's like, okay, I got this. I'm going to do it. But I didn't have the urge to keep going. I did not. I studied, but I wasn't in it. And I ended up that day of the test, I just did not feel right. Like, I kept praying, I kept, hoping and having my faith, but the faith was not there. And I have such an anxiety when it comes to nursing. And I was shaking, like, the test, you laid it down, and I'm just shaking. I can't think. I'm nervous, I'm scared, because I just feel like something's about to happen. Like, it would be a miracle if I passed this test, basically. But they call you in the room one by one and tell you, if you pass or fail. And it's just like I knew, I was nervous, and it's just like I knew. So she called me in there, and it was two of them in there, and she showed me my grade of what I got in foundations, and that was the 86. I'm like, okay. And then she showed me my grade that I got for BSF, and y'all, I was supposed to make a 75 on the final. I made a 70. So I finished my foundation, my BSF with like honestly, it was like a 78. But she didn't they were supposed to go in and round the grades up. So if I made like a 79.5, it's supposed to round up to an 80. Well, she didn't do that on a couple of test grades. So when I did it myself, I literally had a 79, and I was supposed to have an 80 to finish the class. So y'all, I was just, I was so heartbroken again. I was devastated. I was having a heart attack. I couldn't breathe. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And I remember walking out of there, and it was this girl. She went before me. She passed, so she's in the hallway all excited. And I came out of the hallway, where she was to leave. And she was like, yay, things like that, because I was holding my chest and I was crying. But she thought that there was tears of joy. Baby, no, that was tears of pain. Like, no, this is, but I didn't say anything. I was like, yes, yes. Girl, I went to that car, y'all, came to this same place and just cried. I'm like, what is going on? What did I do wrong? Just things like that. And while I was in the room with the teacher, they was like, you're going to be a good nurse, and you're about to make me cry, and we better see you here again next year. And you killed the floor in clinicals, things like that. And it's just like crazy, because I know that I have a passion for this. I know I did damn good in clinicals, and that was my first clinicals, going to clinicals, even going to the clinics, and I knew I did good, and I knew that this was something for me, and that I really wanted it, and this happened to me again. Now, this is now March. This happened to me in November, and then it's crazy, because this literally happened the last day of class, the last day of nursing school. This happened to me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how can I enjoy my Christmas break? How can I enjoy the New Year? And just things like that. And y'all, it just killed me. It really did. And then I was communicating with this girl that I was in a nursing program with before. She went to another school, and we was going to the same school but in different cities. So there's still one, there's still one school. And she tells me how she did on her finals, and basically she didn't pass, but the professor had provided them 8 points, so that made her pass. And I'm like, my people couldn't even give me 1 point, and I just feel like nursing school is so overrated. For nursing to be so strict, how come everyone is not on one accord? Because some schools you have to have like a 75, and here we have to have an 80. And I'm like, you telling me this 1 point determines what I know? This 1 point determines if I can save somebody's life or not? Like, that don't make sense. Like, somebody needs to tell me something. So it's just like, I was so over it. I was hurt, and I just don't want to do it anymore. Like, nursing school has killed me mentally. It has killed the out of me. Like, So after that had happened, I tried to get over it. And it's like little things kept popping up to trigger that moment all over again. Like, I could go by my day and I end up seeing like one of the students pass me on the highway in their car. You know, I'm just like, one morning I was at KFC and there was a girl right in front of me that I was in class. I'm like, you know, just things like that. Sometimes people just trigger it. And I'm like, I'm just trying to get over it. And it's like now, y'all, it beat me up. It killed my confidence. Like, I even question, like, am I smart? Like, am I dumb? Is this a generational curse? Like, I don't understand. And I really don't have the urge to do it again. I don't. I just don't. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But I just know that if I do try it again, it'll be a story to tell someone. But right now, I don't have the urge. And then another thing too, like that first year when I was in school, I was working while in nursing school. Don't do that. The second year, I did not have a job. So when I had filled out, I was not in school and I wasn't working. So that made me feel really bad. Like, I'm not doing nothing with myself. I'm not doing nothing for myself. And, you know, people are basically raised on either you're going to go to work or you're going to go to school, but you're not going to be in my house doing nothing. And I was the one in the house not doing anything. And it just made me feel so bad. And I cried about that. I was depressed. I had ended up cutting my hair on accident. Like, it was just so much. And now I feel like I'm in a better place, but I just feel like I'm trying to get nursing out my head. It's like I want to hate nursing. It's just I want to hate nursing school. I just want to hate it and just leave it alone and let it like disappear from my mind. But it's like it always come back. I'm in strubs now. I'm in freaking strubs now. I do PCA. Like, it won't leave, you know. So it's just crazy. And I don't know what the future may hold. I don't know. But I just feel like I owe it to you guys to get this out because I have been holding on to it. And you'll never know if, you know, this may help someone or what. But I just hope that it did. And I just wanted to share my story. And just because this has happened to me does not mean that it will happen to you. And I had some people, they went straight through the programs. Even the first program, the RN program I was in, people going straight through. And, you know, and I applaud everyone. And I do wish them the best in these programs. Like, y'all keep going. Do not quit. Do not I can't tell you don't get discouraged because I am discouraged. But, I know it's easier said than done. But y'all, I don't know what to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.